No, you're absolutely right. There is no sound. Just read. This is straight from the WHO website. Okay, straight from the WHO website. Fact check that, Facebook. Wow. Would you believe that was within a few hours or an hour of Joe Biden being sworn in as President of the United States? Look at that. Oh dear. Yeah, the sound's on now, but I weren't going to put the sound on. Right, so just have a little read. I'm going to go back to the top, just so you can see exactly what's going on. This is live on a screen capture on the WHO website as of 12:26 GMT, 22nd of the 1st, 2021. You see, because there's been no fact checkers so far, have there, ladies and gentlemen? No fact checkers being put across these posts where people are saying that this has been too sensitive for the last 11 months, right? The PCR test, too sensitive. We've been screaming this from the rooftops. Absolutely screaming it from the rooftops for the last 11 months. Well, actually, it's actually dated the 13th of January, so I don't know where they got that from. Maybe they published it later on, I don't know. But the actual rhetoric going around at the moment is that it was done on the 20th, within a couple of hours of Joe Biden being sworn in. But this clearly states the 13th of January 2021, so maybe that's the date the report was done, and then maybe afterwards it was released, I don't know. But we have been screaming this from the rooftops, we really have. Doctors, nurses, epidemiologists, virologists, scientists, anyone with a certain expertise in the relevant fields, ladies and gentlemen, have been telling everybody this. They've not been on the news won't allow them to come on and question the narrative being pushed. WHO guidance. Diagnostic testing for SARS-CoV-2 states that careful interpretation of weak positive results is needed. Number one, the cycle threshold, CT, needed to detect the virus is inversely proportional to the patient's viral load. Where test results do not correspond with the clinical presentation, a new specimen should be taken and retested using the same or different NAT technology. WHO reminds IVD users that disease prevalence alters the predictive value of test results. As disease prevalence decreases, the risk of false positive increases. This means that the probability that a person who has had a positive result for SARS-CoV-2 detected is truly infected with SARS-CoV-2 decreases as prevalence decreases, irrespective of the claimed specificity. Wow. Share where you can, ladies and gentlemen. It is public. I just, rather than put these little posts out and people question the validity of the posts, this is, you can see it at the top there, World Health Organization. It's on the internet, obviously. That's where I've got it from. It's live now. This is actually there now. I'm going to post a link on my website, on the Facebook page, just so you can see it for yourselves. Subscribe to our newsletters, etc. This is from the World Health Organization. Live today as of 12:29, 22nd of the 1st, 2021. Isn't that amazing, don't you find? So if we don't believe now that this was introduced to usurp Mr. Trump, okay, throughout the voting process, the mail-in voting, damages credibility, wow, just fucking wow. Okay, well listen, I think you've seen enough of that. I'm going to I'll just scroll through once more, obviously. This is just, you know, I mean, really, really, we've been screaming this. Tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people have been screaming from the rooftops. The PCR test is overly sensitive. The guy that actually came up with a PCR test said it isn't for use with viruses, etc. Or, you know, I mean, you know, when you're going to turn something from, you know, a 10 to 15 cycle to a 30, 35 and 45 cycle process, you're going to find it in everything. Now that just goes to prove, I expect, again, that there are people out there that have tested, you know, Coca-Cola, Pow fruit engine oil, pavements, a dog's rectum, a keyboard, you know, all of these things that have come back and tested positive. And we've seen a lot of stories as well, obviously, of people that have gone for a COVID test, and they get tested every day. You know, they get tested by the PCR test, and it's a positive, and they have a lateral flow test on the same day and it comes back negative. I mean, how many times Elon Musk had it, apparently, you know, 2 different tests, and one come back positive, one come back negative. I mean, what are we supposed to believe anymore, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously. This is from the World Health Organization website, okay? This is live as of today, 12:31 p.m. GMT on the 22nd of the 1st, 2021. They're now telling everybody that the PCR test, basically, in layman's terms, is way too sensitive on the cycles being used, and it will actually create false positives. Oh, wow. And the government have known this for a while. Whitty, Vallance, Hancock, Boris, they've all known this. They've said it on the TV, on the news, have they not? Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, 93% false positive rate. So I suppose what we can do then is take at least 90% off of the deaths and take 90% off of what we believe to be the infection rate and the infections in this country and possibly across the world. Look at that. There you go. If you've all read it, I'm going off now. I couldn't not do that. I am taking a couple of days out because the amount of shit I'm seeing on Facebook still, you know, she's not swearing on a Bible, she's swearing on a purse. Well, no, she's not. Now it's the 4th of March, apparently, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I don't know anymore, to be honest. I'm going to try and keep your nose out of all that now. I can't be bothered with it. So, we will be live in one day, 8 hours, 27 minutes and 20 seconds. Saturday night, 9 o'clock, rant show. You know where to be. If we get cut off of Facebook, it's Motiv8, obviously. But on that note, I will bid you farewell.